Okay, chaps, welcome to the attic. I'd like to show you something very quickly, and if you think it might be useful for you, I'm happy to show you in person or maybe make a set of tutorials as to how you might be able to do this yourself. It uses readily available materials, um, and you can really adapt it to what you have at home. It uses one piece of new software, OBS, which is free to download and relatively easy to use. Like even some of my grade 7s use it for streaming their gaming to YouTube, for instance. Now, let's imagine we were teaching science, as always. It seems to be the limit of my imagination at the moment. And we wanted to show um, a simulation. Well, let's try and build an atom. I'm going to switch myself all the way across and show that when I add some neutrons and when I add some protons, woo, to the centre of my atom, I've changed it. I've made my lithium into beryllium. It's magic. I've made my beryllium into boron. Looks like it's going to be have some issues there with charge, I reckon. Let's get those set out. There we go, look at that. I've made a neutral atom of boron. That's super exciting. Let's go a step further and think to myself, after I've just marvelled at it for a minute, without my face in the way, wouldn't it be nice if I could show the students a better way to draw that? Well, let's switch across to the drawing pad. Now, I've got my boron sat right there. I'm going to really recommend that you don't do this with squared paper. Huh? This is so irritating, the fact that all of the lines don't line up. I can draw my nucleus with protons and neutrons. 5 and 5. I've got my first orbital with 1, 2 electrons, and then I've got my second energy level with 1, 2, and 3. Now let's imagine that I was drawing a bigger atom and I wanted to show the addition, or maybe I could show the acceptance of further electrons, which isn't really a thing for boron, but let's just pretend it is. I can add another electron, as I did on my screen, and then when I start adding the next sets, they pair rather than being added individually. Now, this is pretty achievable as a means of presenting. You can live stream it through Teams or through Zoom as a screen share, or you can record it the way that I'm doing. It has a simple stop recording box. I do apologise, by the way, for the hideous mess on the table behind me. If you feel this might be something for you, please let me know, and we'll see about a tutorial and materials. Farewell, people.